And whatever you do, don't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Excellent. All right, to quickly recap, you guys had fled the Temple of the Many Snake People after successfully, casting a bunch of them into a stupor. And then you spent a bunch of time running away from some frog people after you went back to the previous shrine that you were at. And then you eventually heard a message from Fleeb using his newly discovered sending spell. Yeah, exactly. That informed you.
Which I've now promptly not forgotten, but I just can't use it again.
Yeah.
So in the wrong room.
So he informed you that he's in a pit in presumably the Snake People's lair. So you went back and you hatched a plan to. Sorry.
Don't worry.
Perfect response.
You returned and you hatched a plan to send Scrammel in under the self-guise of one of these, I think they're purebloods. And you Scrammel successfully stumbled around into a bunch of different rooms before, I think, suggesting to the guard, successfully suggesting to him that he let you in and go back to his normal duties. Then you discovered that there were a bunch of different prisoners in these pits, including Fleeb, and you have begun the process of lifting the sort of steel covering at the top of his pit, and that is where we left off. So, as you continue to wind this winch, the grinding of metal against stone eventually fades, and you hold your breath for a moment, listening. You don't hear any slithering at this point as you continue to turn the winch. How would you like to proceed?
Once it's up enough to get in and out of reasonably easily, I'll tie a rope to something sturdy, I think that we did this in the last session, to where the winch attaches to the wall or something.
Yeah,
something that's clearly going to take a lot of load.
Cool.
Use that rope to hop into this pit with Flea, basically.
Okay, you climb down the rope into the pit.
And I need to start untying Fleeb. Fleeb is locked in. What's he got on him? He's
mannequins around his wrists and also ankles. You also see
mannequins to the wall.
You also see a small boy across from him, muttering.
There's an awkwardly posed shop model, leaned against Fleeb, pinning him to the
wall. Okay, so I try and wrest Fleeb from the mannequin. Now I brought my thieves' tools with me, so I'm going to try and pick the locks on his manacles, ignoring the small muttering boy.
Go for it. So give me a thieves' tools check.
There's that. Do I just click this? What does it do? Oh, there it is. 24.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
roll.
You unlock whichever ones you were attempting first. Which was that?
Hands first.
Okay. You successfully free his hands.
Yeah. While I'm doing this, I'm going to be probably using my message cantrip just to explain to Fleeb what my plan is, which is basically, well, I give him the directions out of here. Once we get up out of here, there's a door straight ahead of you. Go straight through there, down the corridor until you enter a big open chamber. If you look to your right, you'll see a large portcullis, and you'll see the outside world. And then I direct him to where the rest of the guys are hiding. Just using message cantrip while I'm unlocking his bits.
So you're giving this information to the team that is stationed outside the entrance?
No, I am using my short-range message cantrip, which is 30 feet, just to whisper to Fleeb in a voice that only he can hear.
Got it. You're giving him the layout of the place.
Yes. Well, okay. Basically just telling him how to get out of here and where the guys are waiting for him.
Okay, cool.
Right. Yeah, and I tell him my plan is to turn him invisible, and he's got either 1 hour or until I fall unconscious, whichever comes first, to get the hell out of here. And that's how he gets out of here. If I get in trouble, I can't turn myself invisible. I've got 1 slot left. He's going to be invisible. If I get held up, he's just got to stay calm and leave. If I can rescue him, those guys can rescue me. It's important that he gets out of here.
Fleeb is nodding.
Excellent.
I also need to unlock his leg manacles at some point while I'm giving him all this information. Do you want a separate roll for that?
Yes, please. They're different, yeah.
Do.
Yeah, with a natural 20. You do the equivalent of
Chocolate.
Fonzie, just like bumping the manacles with the side of your fist.
You pull out a credit card and swipe the manacle with it.
They just fall off like they weren't even locked.
Nice. And you
Like,
hear
dude,
the
did they-
boy's voice across from you, Fleeb, and Scramble saying, "That was amazing. How did you do that? Take me with you."
Look, we'll be back for you. I can only get one of you out, and I need this guy to
Make
get the rest
either
of you out.
a deception or persuasion check, depending on
I
whether it's
don't
true or
know. I don't know if that's true or not. Is the thing.
not. What?
I
You can
don't
only-
know.
A bullshit roll, a convenience bullshit roll. It doesn't matter whether it's true or not.
So
What-
yeah,
what-
look
Make a
into
convenience
Scrammle's
bullshit.
soul and pick like deception or persuasion.
Definitely deception.
I mean,
Deception, right?
if he doesn't know whether he's
Actually,
gonna do it or
saying
not,
that he
then
has
persuading
actually
him-
saying that he
Yeah.
did come in here to save me, so I can't really say that at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if he's
it's
not,
like-
trying to mislead him, then it's just
Yeah, like
persuasion, right?
I think in this moment, Scramble knows that if he is going to rescue everybody else, he needs Fleeb out first.
yeah. You're just
You
trying
can
to
only
calm
rescue
him
one
down.
person, and Fleeb is the most competent one that he's aware of. Therefore, the only way to save anyone else is to save Fleeb
Okay.
first.
Make a persuasion check. Because it's,
So what-
it's fun that suddenly
Oh, go on.
Scramble is noble. All right, now that you see the child
nine.
like not being comforted by your words, start straining against his manacles, trying to get closer to you. No, I'm very light. I can just hold on to the hem of his skirt.
Shh. Okay. All right. Give me a second here.
You're gonna have to knock that kid out.
I'm not gonna knock him out, but I do have a plan. Okay. All right. Let me get this guy out, and then I'll get you.
No, you'll never come back. You'll leave me in
no,
here forever.
I'm staying here. I'm staying here.
Oh.
I'm staying right
Oh.
here. I'm gonna give him a leg up, and then I'm gonna free you. Okay?
Oh, that's an excellent plan.
So, I'd like to give Fleeb a leg up and
Okay.
help him climb the rope. Because if you need us to roll anything, I'm gonna.
No,
do it.
it's only
Fleeb
10
is-
feet. I think you're both
Um,
competent enough.
And well, as I give him a leg up anyway, because he's an old geezer. And as I do so, I cast invisibility on him.
Okay. You're invisible.
I can give you the details of
Fleeb.
invisibility if you would like
Don't
it.
cast spells or attack.
Yep.
Or attack, yeah.
But yeah, you don't cast spells or attack, and also it's concentration on me, which is why you've got either an hour until I get knocked unconscious, because I cannot
got it.
cast any other concentration spell or anything.
Or if he fails a blah blah thingamajig.
Yeah. There are ways. But you know,
The sort of
Um,
normal-ish ways.
I give Flip the leg up, and like he knows that all he has to do is be calm and like calculated in his movements, and he can get out.
Excellent.
I'm
Excellent.
gonna unlock this kid. I'm
Okay.
gonna
Make
use my
a-
thieves tools to unlock this kid.
Make a thieves tools check. Oh yeah, easily unlock
the thieves
the
tools.
hands.
I
He
get a
says,
plus
"Oh,
11 to thieves tools.
thank you so much. Oh, that feels amazing.
Do I have to
Wow.
roll to unlock his legs as well?
Yes. Oh
Still
yeah,
doing well.
definitely.
Good on the thieves
Oh,
tools.
I really appreciate it. What's your name, amazingly talented gentleman?
It looks like
Scramble.
a snake.
Scramble.
What's your
That's
name, kid?
Amazing. My name is.
All right.
That's all.
Now I can't. Okay, I can give you a leg up, but you're on your own from there. I can't sneak you out of this place. I ain't got the.
Can
ain't got
I
enough
can I
police to do
grab
that.
the kid's arms without breaking invisibility? I assume.
Yeah,
is that
that's
an
fine.
action? Okay. then I'll
Contact
do that.
things? Like I can give him a leg up as well, but like.
Yeah. He climbs out with your help easily.
Okay. Yeah, and then I climb up the rope as well.
Sweet. All right, you guys are on the
I'll
top
give him
side.
I'm gonna wait, give him the wait there a second, peer around the corner, check if anything's going on. I'm still disguised, so I just want to make sure that there's no if there's still it's just the one snake in this room basically.
Okay, gotcha. You look out, and there is still just the one snake in that room.
Okay, all right. This is as far as I had for the plan for the kid. But
Just tell him to like close his eyes, count to 100, and then follow.
Fleeb, you told Fleeb the plan, and then Fleeb has realised that it's now just being made up as we go along.
No. This was all part of the plan. The kid bit is being made up as we.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm kind of. That's what Flea is doing. It's like,
Just sound like, hey kid, close your eyes, count to 100, and then follow us.
I'm gonna have to. I don't know how to deal with this kid. Why did I free him?
right.
Just give him the choice.
Is it a case where, like, the easiest one on time is that you just rely on the fact that I'm going to get out with my invisibility, and then in 10 minutes you cast invisibility on him, but you run the risk
I don't
of
have
you.
the spell slots for it.
Oh, you actually
This is my
can't.
last.
Oh,
my last
Paul.
invisibility
Oh,
spell.
Paul, good one. Thinking we have spell slots left today.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
have
well,
spell slots
you-
left.
you-
Look at this fat
Look
cat.
at this arcane recovery fat cat.
I do want to point out I've only got 2 spells left. I really don't have a lot, considering my shtick is spells, and without my spells, I am literally a wet noodle.
Yeah, I've got like 2 level 1 slots left, but they don't really help in the situation. And
Yeah,
also,
fair.
if I use them, you stop being invisible.
Yeah, legit. Okay, so how aware is this Yawnty? What did you do to him?
Just a suggestion, so he'll
Ah,
spot anything out of the ordinary. You and me, we're all right.
and
You
there's
hear a licking and a slurping coming from outside as that guard is trying to get some of the dried blood out from these sort of gutters in the ground.
He's pretty stupid though.
Yes, is
As you guys think, let's cut back to the group outside the entrance. You haven't seen anything yet. Your invisible guy is still just hanging out there.
Yep.
The sun is, I'm going to assume, fairly low in the sky at this point. There's a jungle noise far in the distance. What are you guys up to?
Holding tight, keeping an eye out for any.
How long has it been now? Like 10
I'd
minutes?
say it's been 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
You see Orvek
Yeah.
say, okay, so no news is good news. It's got to be, right? Oh,
Dude,
I mean,
stop talking.
no news is good. Oh, no talking.
Dude.
Okay.
Dude. Come on.
Cool.
You want to be
All right.
caught by a snake?
If there's no other side dialogue, I'll just
No, I
cut
don't
back.
think there's much going on.
Cool. All right, cut back to you guys.
I think I gotta have an honest chat with this kid.
no, there's got to be.
I think I gotta break it to him. He's on his own.
Yeah, and he's
To be fair, you already said that to him.
Yeah. We've already said that to him. We need. That isn't gonna. That.
You need him to not fuck up your plans.
Yeah. That will not fly.
Well, you're invisible, so you should be okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm
I
invisible, but what I can get so far. Actually, can I do a knowledge roll on Yawnty, please?
What specifically are you trying to find out about them?
How close to snakes are they?
I would say that's a history check.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, with a 24, you would know that not all Yonti are the same with regard to their serpentine heritage. Some have a very substantial influence, like the majority of their body, aside from their lower body, or perhaps
the area I'm effectively getting to is how much of them see by smelling the air.
Well, the ones that have snake heads obviously do that precisely. But they also see just quite poorly. It's the taste in the air that gives them that extra information. But the ones that have human heads obviously just use human stuff.
Sight.
And, yeah.
Okay.
But the one outside the door from you, I believe, has a snake head. So you could presume that it's quite in the snake camp of sensing its surroundings.
Yeah, so he's gonna smell me.
If we just go at the same time.
Just don't smell
might
bad.
just
Use
think
the
it's
kid
you.
as bait. Use the kid as bait.
I don't want to put a kid in
No,
danger.
no,
just
no,
like,
like,
I'm happy to leave him behind,
like-
but I'm not happy
like-
to get him killed.
Just open
I haven't written down an alignment, but I'm pretty damn sure it's at least good neutral. I don't think I can.
Just
I don't.
tackle everyone and say, hey, wait a little bit, and then you guys can do what you want.
That's gonna take a while though, and I ain't got
honestly,
forever.
getting the other grates open is going to be a thing. I also actually can. What is that sigil in the top of the room?
It appears to be a stone circular piece of circular stone embedded in the ground with a red sigil on it that's glowing green. That's what you see from your standpoint.
And I can't detect magic without breaking my invisibility.
Just shackle the kid up again.
He's not gonna let me shackle him up. I need to convince him that
Clock him in the head.
Fleeb, if you were asking from any other kind of point of view, then you can make a roll. But what are you trying to find out about the?
I'm trying to work out if we've already set out off an alarm or not.
Oh, okay. Make an Arcana check. Okay, with a 10,
pretty poor.
It doesn't seem to be an alarm. It reminds you of a spell that I don't believe you have access to yet that you've heard of. It's more about movement than alarms. That's all you can remember from your studies.
This is something to do with movement.
Yes, that's what you conclude. With a 10.
We might already have been found.
Well, alright, hey. How good are you with a lockpick?
Says the rogue to the 30-year-old
To the child.
No, to the child.
Me.
I'd say
to the child, not to me.
I'd say, so what's his name? His name is, right?
Yes. Oh,
yeah,
yes.
I asked the kid, how to use a lockpick?
Not really. Is that pointy thing?
Yeah, that's why I used to get you out.
Oh, I mean, teach me. I'd be happy to learn.
I ain't got that kind of time right now. You can give it a go if you want.
What should I unlock? How do we get out of here? How did you get into here?
Look, I gotta go ahead and make sure the coast is clear.
He does still look like a snake.
I do, yeah. Look, I gotta go ahead and make sure the coast is clear.
Well, he looks like a human, right? But a Yanti human.
Yeah, with like a
human.
snake and human, yeah.
Yeah, more human than snake, but I'm definitely going being a Yaunty sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says,
I gotta go ahead
okay,
and make
check
sure the
the
coast is clear.
Yeah.
Because there were loads of them out down that corridor before when I was coming in. If you want to try and get someone else out, all you got to do is do it quietly. But I'll leave that up to you. And I hand him a single lockpick.
Okay. He takes the lockpick and he goes over to look in one of the pits.
Give it a sec. Wait, give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
And then you can start.
Oh, wait, and then I'll see if I can help them out.
Look, I can't help you much more from here.
That's all right. I'll do my best.
We might still come back, so if you want to just lock yourself back up, I wouldn't put it against you and wait for us. Because if they see you out, I don't know what they're going to do.
I'm not going back in there. I can do it. Maybe I can get them to help me. And he looks down in the pit.
All right. I'm going to go check the coast. Fleeb, you coming?
Check the coast. He runs away for a beach holiday.
You sort of see like some dust swirl in the air, which is sort of like oh fuck, okay, then let's go.
I'm not sure what that means, but okay. And I calmly walk back out the door.
Okay.
I try to match steps with Scramble.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you trying? So
I'm trying to make sure that there's no individual footstep that is separate.
Yeah. I mean, you're stealthing, but Scramble, are you trying to like help him do this, or are you just trying to be cool?
I mean, I'm trying to like be like calm and consistent in how I'm walking, so that if Philippe needs to use my movements, he can. So I am sort of helping, but I'm not like.
Okay.
I'm passively helping.
You can roll stealth with advantage, Philippe, because it seems like I was gonna do performance because this is so ludicrous and not in any way stealthy. But actually, no, you're invisible, so you get advantage on your stealth check anyway. Okay, cool. Sorry, I totally forgot about that. All right, let me.
So.
Yeah.
Advantage roll stealth. Oh, that was fortunate.
With an 18, you feel stealthy. Can you move your icon, please, Scramble, to show me where you're going?
At the moment, I'm just like making sure I'm outside the portcullis and the Philippe is as well.
Okay.
And then when that is, like...
And then you pull the lever.
No, I'm not pulling the lever. I
No,
don't
no.
want to draw more noise to myself. And I'm just, like, walking back the way I came, basically.
Okay.
The sort of thing. Calmly, like, there's nothing wrong.
You don't notice any difference in the way the guard behaves towards you.
Good. I'm just going to keep going.
Okay.
Just going to keep walking.
Keep going. Sure. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. As you come towards this central area, you see a rather unusual sight that causes you to stop to avoid running into. It causes you to stop to avoid running into.
It's a triceratops.
What you see is a weird procession of snake people, Yonti, accompanying a very pale-skinned looking female, maybe wizard? And the wizard has one half of her face. She looks very young, about 18. One half of her face looks like it's 78 years old, and the other half looks perfectly young. And the other strange thing about this little procession is that each of the snake people are holding 2 cubes, much like the ones that you've recovered from those shrines. They're like stone, about a couple of inches on each side.
Are these guys coming in?
Yeah, they're coming in. Sorry.
Did we see them sneak? Yeah.
You do. So about 48 seconds before this, your little your invisible person says,
Okay, cool.
gives you a notification that this is happening. You see them sort of walk in. Do you want to do anything?
Oh shit!
Not with 4 of them. No. If there was 1, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I don't
you
wanna
guys,
I just want
you guys see it
to
and let them go in.
note.
Sorry, I'm talking to
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
you guys
yeah.
on the outside. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So in that case, what happens is what happens, and you see what I described: Fleeb and Scramble.
I just check to see if any of the Auntie are reacting specific in any obvious way, like they're all bowing or something as this goes past. But if they're not, I don't do anything.
Yeah, the procession seems to be distracting the guards, so they don't seem to be
Cool.
looking at you at this point.
Great. In that case, I'll make a mental note of it and take that opportunity to keep calmly walking out.
Okay, cool. You continue calmly
that's-
walking out.
That's the plan, basically. Just keep going unless
Got
we're
a
stopped.
really, really itchy foot that I want to run with, but nonetheless.
No, gonna calmly walk out of here and
Yeah.
walk
Nice.
back the way I came until I'm out of sight.
holding his breath the whole way.
Nice. Okay, so let me move.
Oh
them.
fuck!
What happened?
What?
Jax, you even joked about this. Jax, you're the one with the bag of holding, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, we could have stuffed the kid in the bag.
Yeah, no. Instead, we forgot to give it to you. It would have been really good for this mission.
I'm not sure Scram would have wanted to take it.
As you leave the compound, Fleeb, it occurs to you that you've left your equipment inside the facility.
Yes, I am aware I don't have a spell book, but I just will have to keep with the spells I currently have with the full aware knowledge that I'll probably need it back at
Okay,
some
cool.
point.
So
Oh,
you
that's a
make
lot of
it-
money down the drain. I've already lost a adamantium sword this round, and my book once, and several years of my life, and a good friend, and a variety of other things. Quite frankly, the book, actually no, I'm a wizard. The book is my life.
We reconvene with the group unless you're gonna give us any more encounters.
Nope. You reconvene, and Orvex runs over to you and hugs you both, saying, "I can't believe you made it. It's amazing."
Wait. Fleep's invisible, so we're just like, we only see
What the
Scramble come out.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he hugs
Right.
Scramble,
I-
and then
I actually,
accidentally
as I-
bumps into Fleeb.
Just before we go around the corner, can I turn to him and be like, "Wait here a second," and I walk back around the corner to the rest of them, because we're outside. I drop my disguise self, and I'm like, "I'm so sorry, guys. They'd already
you-
eaten him." And then I release the invisibility, and Fleeb just appears.
Okay, then Orvex hugs you.
All right, I'll allow it.
Wait, why just leave him invisible? We're trying to get out of here. Ah, shit, dude.
Ah, shit, you're right. I thought it was such a good joke.
You're just pranking us. Now what if he... let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. Let's get back to wherever we're camping.
I'm gonna leave the invisible... No, sorry. The invisible guy, I'm gonna... I guess oh no, he can't be too far away from me.
No,
go ahead.
he probably
Go
has a
ahead, Paul.
limit, right? The unseen
Yeah.
servant.
Let me read what it does. I'll just put it in chat. Go ahead, Paul. Sorry, what you're saying.
I said as much as I don't want to put this burden on you, I kind of need to go back in there.
If we need to go back in there, we do it in the morning where we're all rested
Wait,
and we've got all our
What?
capabilities back.
Why do you want to go back?
Because
But yeah, that.
Well, Phlebe sort of like in his mind go, I need my book. I need my book. I need my book. I
You
can't.
wanna save the kid?
I don't. Yes.
What kid? Hold
So,
on, wait. Just give me the helmet. Give me the helmet. Let me do this the quick way.
Oh yeah, have
Quiet
that back. Yeah, you can have that back.
Okay, can I just read
Book.
Scramble? No, yeah, I'm trying to read. I get it, because Scramble and I have
Scramble,
practice
like-
on each other. We can just flick through the
Scramble
images
gives you like
in
an
our mind.
epic like vision of like Scramble like slaying all the like just prancing around, killing every Yortie in the process. And
How
then,
good is your imagination? How realistic is this?
What's
I'll
sort of
say do
Green Lantern
a-
nonsense are we going down here?
I'll say, what would imagination?
It's pretty shit.
Okay, yeah.
Performance.
It's just
do a
like
performance check. Oh, charisma save. That's not quite right. Do a
Oh,
performance
whoops.
check.
Well,
Well,
it's
he
the
got his
same
roll.
bonus as
Yeah,
my
fair
performance score, so I wouldn't worry about it.
okay. So what I see is you keep thinking like, oh, I can make this so much cooler now that he's reading it, and I just get
Yeah.
like some embarrassing memory from your childhood. Like it's just you stood in the middle of the Yonti courtyard without your pants.
And afterwards, I'm like, nah, I just walked in there,
Yeah.
disguised, and then got Fleab out of his.
But I get you to basically I can get you to silently summarize it in like a few seconds rather than having to explain it. with
Yeah,
words.
yeah, you get like a visual novel of what happened.
Okay, so I see the kid and I'm like, okay, let's get out of here. And I'm gonna be paying attention for intelligence again, and I guess my little thing can just follow along.
Yeah, as long as it's within 60 feet, I think you've got an hour worth of its presence.
Yes. Can I get it to like? It doesn't really matter. It moves quite slowly. I was wondering if we could carry it, but it's not very important.
Yeah, it's got half the speed of like you guys, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so you guys head back to where?
Oh, we don't want to go near those froggy boys. So I'll tell Fleeb we saw some froggy boys, but we don't want to go near them. They were quite mad. So I think we probably want to try and do
Frog
something
people.
like.
Frog people. Can I do a nature? Or
What
is
are you
that
trying
like
to
a
find out
people?
about them?
More than just what is a frog person.
I'll say that's history, because it's like
It's a civilization, not
yeah,
like
it's a
creature.
civilization of it's a culture. Yeah, with a 17, it sounds like grungs to you, and they
Grung.
sort of protect areas or creatures that they feel are more powerful or religiously significant than themselves.
I kind of like convey that information. Like grungs usually protect.
Like nerd, calm down.
I've literally just started.
Wait,
Yeah.
he's not nerd, isn't he? Nerd, isn't?
I don't know,
Hang
this
on.
guy's been. He's thinking about books and like thinking about history when we're trying to hide.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Two of them QB things they had two of them. They took them in as we were
Yeah,
leaving.
No,
we're
they
probably gonna need
They're two
those.
each, right?
yeah, so 6 in total.
Oh, they've got 6. Oh, wangs. How?
We've got 2.
Yeah,
You have
and
2,
the cube
yeah.
bank. How many did the cube bank need?
Was it 9
I
in
believe
total?
it's 9.
Oh my god, they've literally.
There's
Do you
one
reckon
left.
they'll trade?
I love how there is like this theoretical, like Sam's got this theoretical timeline, which is like if the players are here for like 2 fucking weeks, then half the Orn-T just get all of them because they're so fucking slow.
Well,
I mean, to be fair, we've got 2 of them, and they need all 9. So
yeah,
Also,
we
and-
could just let them get the last one and then
So
try and nick them all.
the thing that I'm wondering is, did they solve the 4 golem? Did they solve the golem fighting problem, or did they kill a big frog?
Or both.
I hope so. We're gonna have to go back and try it.
Maybe in that 1 minute window where you banished the frog, they took the opportunity just to take the cube. And
Oh
we
yeah,
didn't
maybe,
spot 'em.
yeah.
They just rolled really high on stealth and stuck
maybe-
around
Maybe
us.
they just like turn into a snake and sneak past it.
Phlebe, Phlebe, you would have recognized the general look and robes of that 18-year-old mage that walked past You recognized her as one of the red wizards.
Oh, Borg.
So you would presume that because the red wizards have been here longer than you guys, they've made progress, or at least one of them has, on retrieving those cubes, and yet got captured in the process.
We also saw a young / old woman which I think is a wizard. Actually, how old?
Sorry, your question is how old does she look, or how old is she?
Yeah. How old does she
18 or
look?
78.
Yeah,
78.
half of her face is 18.
Sorry,
and
18
half-
or 80. Sorry, let me take that
Yeah.
again. 18 or
Okay.
80.
Each
Okay,
half of the face
cool.
is the opposite.
Okay, cool. Okay. Standard wizard affair, but that isn't slightly. Wizards usually are better.
You're
at
trying to
keeping
have a
their
standard
complexion.
wizard affair.
No, as in like wizards typically are either. Wonder why it's half of their face.
Because, dude, they're probably like a villain. They probably like got half of their face turned old in a fire, and it drove them crazy. And they flip a coin to see which face they use for every decision.
Phlebe is relatively interested in the oh god.
It's like, all right, Fleep, keep it in your pants. Let's go and sleep.
In Jex's sort of like interesting hypothesis on the power of magical narrative, and then realizes that he's actually talking to a complete fucking idiot, and it isn't what he's talking about at all.
Hey, these are real stories from Fleeb's childhood comic books. Sorry, not Fleeb's, Jex's.
As your group is reunited, the sun has well and truly set, and it starts to become full night at this point.
Yeah, I've drawn a line for the where we vaguely want to go.
Oh, that's where you're going. Okay.
Yeah, because that keeps us away from the grungs a bit.
Rest up, but then we do need to head back, I think.
So we're trying to get those people back.
Because
Actually,
you
wait a
guys
minute,
have been through that water before, I'll say that you can guide the ones that haven't swum it previously, so it's not a big deal.
Avoid currents or bits that are deep.
Yeah. So what was your question?
Who were the people that we saw? Well, this is me. I suppose I asked Scramble, what are the who were the other people he saw in the other pits?
Oh god, that was like a week
2 weeks
ago. I have to remember.
Yeah, I know, but effectively, I'm asking Sam to can you retell us who was in the pits, because there's a slight chance we might be able to go like badly convey to the grungs that we know where one of their friends is, but they're not really aggressive creatures, are they?
Can we have this conversation once we're like the other side of the wall?
I'm assuming that's happening. Like, not like saying he's stopping discussing now.
You don't encounter anyone or anyone's thoughts. Actually, no, that's not true. Jex, just as you're leaving this point, you detect a glimmer of a thought about blood and how tasty it is off to your left, the western quadrant.
Okay, so let's like steer away from that a bit.
Okay, everybody give me a stealth check. It's a group stealth check. Okay, yeah, 27, 20. Oh, wow, natural 1.
Fleeby boy.
Fleeb, you
didn't roll that earlier.
Wait, do we need Orvex as well?
Oh, Orvex, yeah, sorry.
Our boy.
I suppose Fleeb is probably malnourished and tired and a load of other things. So
I'm too busy thinking about sexy old women mages.
Well, either 18 or 80.
With a 7, you guys kick up a ruckus, especially Fleeb, who trips on some rocks, and then Orvex trips into Fleeb, and you hear a hissing coming off to the west and a slithering sort of pursuing you. What do you do?
Can we see? Let's get over the wall.
Should we like wait at the foot of the wall to see whether he comes over and
can I like
spring a trap on him?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you guys, I got like a little bit of juice left. If there's like a snake thing, I can suggest it, and we can either like make it go and I don't know. You still got your stuff, Fleep? You keep talking about your book. Maybe we could tell it to go bring your book out.
Okay, so it looks like this, and it comes sort of it's going quite slowly, sort of looking and searching. You guys are probably at the wall by now, so I'll say, what do you do when you see it?
How far away is it?
It's about 40 feet, I would say.
Okay, I'm gonna just like step forward a bit, and I'm gonna cast suggestion on it.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say, "Hey, dude," and I'm gonna say, I whisper to these guys. Sorry, just before I step forward, I'm like, "Be ready to jump this fool," and I step out and like light a torch. I don't light a torch. I'll just step out to it, so it seems like as if I'm on my own. So be like, "Hey, dude. Hey, you know, it'd be really cool. You know, the boss. We're on the side with your boss." And now I'm gonna weave suggestion into my words. Like, he said, "Oh, you got some prisoners, and they had some cool magic stuff, and you need to go and get that, bring it out here, and then go back to your post and wait there until the sun rises."
Okay, wisdom save throw against the DC of what?
My DC is 15.
Okay. Oh, with an 18, he resists your suggestion and tries to longbow you. With a natural 1, he's still a little bit shaken from the suggestion.
I throw my hands up. I'm like, whoa, dude, it's cool. I'm on your side. Go get the stuff. Can I try it one more time with my last spell slot?
Well, I think because we're not really in order, because it's not really challenging, but we'll give the rest of the group a chance to do something before we come back round. Does anyone else want
I'll
to
be
do
like
anything?
holding my hand up back as if like a wait for it.
Okay.
He's
gotcha.
shot at Jex. My reaction is to shoot straight back. Can I we're just in the river?
Yeah, so my unfortunate reaction is like you kind of said wait to jump this guy, and then
Yeah. If he shoots you, I shoot straight back.
It's
but
very
can
shallow. It's like 3 foot, 2.5 foot deep water.
Okay, but is it deep enough, therefore, that I could duck under it, hide, pop up like a few feet away from where I went under it, and shoot him?
Yeah, it's nighttime. Go for it.
Trying to hide under the water with my cunning action. Stealth roll. Well, you know.
Yeah, so with a natural 1, you splash and do like a cannonball-sized splash, and you see the snake turn to you and start focusing its beady little eyes on your movements. Do you do anything else?
All right. I longbow him with my actual action.
Go for it.
Damn, hoping for that advantage.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, but just the base damage. Just the 7 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, 7 damage. Okay, who wants to do something next?
we'll go with Caesar because he's probably faster than me.
Okay. Go on.
Is he actually? He hasn't actually shot at me, has he? He's just shooting.
He tried to shoot at Jex unsuccessfully. He sort of like pulled the bowstring back and then let go of it too soon before he knocked an arrow, and it sort of scraped his arm up a little.
Yeah. I guess.
You'll what now?
Run up to him and smack him.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You hit for 8 damage as you pummel him in the stomach, and he sort of doubles over in discomfort. Making a sort of...
Are we actually doing like initiative or anything? We're just doing one action each.
We're going to do one action each, and we'll just keep that order because, I mean...
Okay, well, I guess I smack him in the stomach, trying to wind him. There you go.
Okay, cool. Are you going to attack again, or is that the end of your turn?
It's like I guess I do have 2 attacks per action, so sure. There you go.
Okay, with an 11, you unfortunately miss. As he's doubled over, you punch where his head used to be.
Cool.
Nice. Then Orvex is going to try to... Now that someone's engaged, he's going to try to hand crossbow him. Yeah, that hits for a 7 plus... Ugh, it's annoying. Roll 2d6. Yeah, that's going to be 18 piercing damage. As Jex goes, I did it! Did you see it? 18.
See what?
Oh, all right then.
Too sneaky, dude. Too
then
sneaky.
Fleeb's done, I think.
I'm gonna lob a chromatic orb at him.
Oh, nice. How does that work? Save of some sort.
It is just a ranged. It's a ranged attack, and I can choose what kind of damage it is, and I'm gonna choose cold.
Cool. So make a ranged spell attack. Okay, with an 8, the orb goes wide.
That one.
Oh my god, that's 2 nat ones in a row.
You manage to coolify the stone wall behind this creature, and it frosts over.
That's very reasonable for Philippe to be rolling that ones right now.
And then we cut back to Jex.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, whoa, 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 whoa! It's cool. Sorry, these guys saw you attacking because we're all on the same side. They thought you weren't. Now remember what I said, and I'm just saying the same thing again. Like, go in there, get the stuff, tell them the boss sent you to get it, bring it back.
Oh, this time he says, "Oh, okay. If the
Oh, you're
boss
on our
said it."
side. Yeah.
Oh.
Good.
And then he just slithers away.
Yep. Okay, so I think I just turn to everyone else. Yeah,
Go on.
let's okay, you guys get on top of the wall. Keep a rope down. I'll wait down here. He'll bring the stuff back to me and then he'll go off on his own, right? So if anything goes wrong, you guys lift me up, we run on the other side there.
Why don't we just kill him when he comes back?
I guess we could.
I got half mind to kill him when he was walking away, to be honest.
Yeah, but like it seems I guess he's not on our side. I guess I tricked him. Seems a little
How long do
rude
you
if he's
reckon
just gonna go hang off
Yeah.
and do something on his own, but
But how long do you reckon
Yeah,
it's going to take
sure.
him to get the stuff, though?
If he's even able to get the stuff.
I don't know. Let's wait. Like we can chill out up here. Just keep an eye out.
Okay, so how long do you wait for?
I mean, it's the middle of the night. We can probably, as long as nothing's coming, where if we're on top of the wall, we can move fairly easily, side to side if we see stuff coming.
Okay.
I sort of like remember that the Yaunty jumped over a wall in my attempt to escape, and it's like, no.
I mean, it's just
This wall means
we're
jack shit.
it's not so much that they couldn't get to us. It's just that we can keep a low profile and move easily that we wouldn't be able to in water, right?
Okay. Well, if
Yeah.
you're trying to hide on top of the wall.
I guess
Are we killing him or not? Because I'm tempted to like hide between,
oh yeah, like
like
near the
further
other
back,
building
like
or something.
yeah, closer to where he'll come
But-
from.
I don't.
Could
If you
we-
want to
could
kill
we
him, that's
just-
fine.
Could we just rest? Like, what's this
We don't
building
want to
here?
be here for like 8 hours, though. We could start resting and then move.
Yeah, but we could always just do guard, like, watching
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. That's true. We could start a
Like,
rest.
there's a,
I don't really want to stay where he's last seen us.
I was about to
Suggestion
say,
wears
like,
off at any
like,
point. He's gonna
like,
bring people here.
we are in a Yaunty area, which they are like the fact that we have met one of them while around here by accident to some extent.
Yeah. Well, wait.
They were in their path.
Fleeb, can you like make a little ball for us to hang out in?
No,
Well, that sucks.
not now. No, I have nothing.
I'm gonna
as in, you are literally looking at a bloodied shell of a man.
Oh wait, do you need your spellbook to do ritual cast?
I need my spellbook to do ritual casts.
Fair enough.
And B, I'm on 1 hit point. And D, I've only got 1 level 1 spell.
Oh,
left.
you're on 1 hit point. Okay, let me
Yes,
see if I got.
I have
me-
nothing.
I
gonna,
would give you heals, but I literally just used.
No,
my last
exactly.
spell
Like
slot,
at
yeah.
the moment, I am nothing.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
about
I
10
want
minutes,
to hide. Like,
you
I won't.
you see 3 snake people coming back, and they seem to be looking and searching somewhat more energetically than the guy left. And they
Is
seem to
the
be
one
looking around here.
with them?
Sorry?
Is any? Are they carrying stuff?
They don't appear to be, but
Okay.
Get
I
outta
would
here.
say
Yeah,
we
let's
gotta
get
get
out
out
of
of
here.
here.
you can make a perception check if you want to be sure. It's quite
Oh
dark.
yeah.
Do you have dark vision?
I don't actually.
Okay, well then
I-
you see
I'm
very
just like
little.
looking in there. Okay, I don't see it at all.
I have
I
dark
can't see
vision.
shit.
I'll have. If it's just a quick peek and it doesn't, if it's only like a second to do, I will have a look.
Okay, go for it, Scramble. You can see them
have
coming
dark
from a
vision.
little ways off. Oh yeah, with the 25, you're confident they're not holding anything other than weapons.
No, they've come here to find us. Let's get out of here.
Okay, yeah, we scarper.
Okay, you guys jump over the other side, and you got a fairly reasonable lead on them because you saw them coming from, like 60, 90 feet away.
Yeah.
Cool,
So I
so-
think, how long is it going to take us to go from the building here to the stork puzzle place?
You'd guess about an hour or so. Because you're swimming, you're not really moving, or you're wading / swimming, you're not really moving that fast. Probably 45 minutes if
Well,
you
I'll ask
hustle.
the other dude, like, okay, guys, do we try and rest here, or do we go to the stork place where we know there's a secret room that we could be safe in, maybe?
Stay here. We know there's nothing that close to here. We know this is safe-ish.
I don't think Fleeb can do with much more wading.
Yeah. If we come across anything else on this travels, we're boned. We know that this building is safe right now. Let's just keep guard.
Okay. I'm gonna... I have some costume clothes, presumably in different colors. Can I try and find, like, a sheet that matches the color of the stone and, like, put it up? Like
a
just
lean-to?
Like a lean-to. Just
Okay. Roll a
bit of camera.
D100 to see how close the colors of the costumes are that you happen to have on you.
Okay.
Okay. So the color.
How many different costumes do I have, actually, just in case that informs you?
We shall see.
I have the Kobold Dragon outfit, the T-Rex King of the Stage Feathers, and 1 pack of costumes clothing.
Okay. Basically, the color of the stone is gray. You have a... Basically, like, the closest you've got is brown, like a deep poo brown.
Can I help using my disguise kit?
If you can give me a description as to how, then maybe.
I need to know what is in a disguise kit to really give you a good description.
Well, it's things like makeup, charcoal, rouge.
Charcoal. You put
that
some
sort of
charcoal and
stuff.
some ash.
Yeah, if it's like ash and charcoal, I just want to like texture it to be look a bit more like the stone, this bit of fabric that we're creating the lean-to with. So.
Give me.
Sorry, I realize we have minor illusion.
Oh,
True,
it only
you do.
lasts a minute. Minor illusion only lasts a minute. Never mind.
Okay.
Cool. So give me a dexterity check plus your proficiency scramble to see how well you do.
Disguise kit has its own. No, that requires a check.
Oh wait, no, sorry. I can change the color of it, can't I? I just pressed
Can you?
digitation.
Nice. You can change the color.
How long
of
does that take? Up to an hour.
objects. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but it's like an action, so it's really easy to keep doing it.
Oh, I also have
think you can change.
prestidigitation, so
Yeah.
we could just take it in turns to do that.
A cubic foot of non-living material. So if we can fit a blanket into a cubic foot.
Okay.
We
I'm
can
still gonna
change
roll
it.
my disguise kit. I still want to.
You make a little lean-to, and the disguise kit. Yeah, you make an incredibly convincing camouflage lean-to that would deceive a Black Hawk helicopter.
Yeah, I high five Scrabble.
I
Teamwork
do a nice
makes the dream
quiet high five.
Fleeb has already passed out.
Okay.
Scrabble's like
begin
pretty
your
on
long
edge
rest.
right now.
Yeah. I'm so tired, but I'm like checking this thing. I like go and step away, but it's pitch black here, so like I don't want to light a light until we know this place is set up. So
Why do you need a light?
I'm walking out into like corners of this building and peering into the darkness to see. Yeah, that looks right. That looks about right.
Holding
Why
out your
are you
thumb
trying
like
to?
artists
Why are you
do.
thinking about lighting a light?
Okay, so you hear Fleeb snoring, you hear Orvex snoring, and what do the rest of you do?
I think because I don't need to regen any spell slots, I'm gonna take first watch.
Okay.
I don't mind either.
We've got a trance boy here. That's great.
Yeah, I think again this might be the second time ever that I actually
So you're worried enough to not actually
enough
just get him.
to not fuck around. How long is a watch, by the way?
Well, it
how
depends
long
on
we
how
say?
many of you there are. So
that makes sense.
2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5.
So if we take an 8-hour slot, then people who need 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of rest can get that in 6 hours. So each of us non-trancers can do 2-hour watches and still get the full rest.
But because there's 5 of you, you probably only need to do like an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes.
I mean, I only need 4 hours of rest, so I can legitimately do 4 hours of the watch.
Okay, cool. So first is Caesar.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, make a perception check for me.
Ooh, and I'll give you a bardic. Here, I'll roll
Just
nice and
before
D4 when
Jax goes to sleep, he
Yeah.
tells you an inspiring tale.
I sing of a song of the guy who kept watch.
It's the guy who has like multiple
He was-
timepieces.
It's
on his
the
back.
Once
story
was a
of the
guy-
man who spotted a leopard.
Once was a guy who kept watch. He was really great. He didn't get hit in the crotch. Okay, so with a 3, what? Why is there a
16.
D4?
13 plus the 3 for the
Oh,
inspiration.
sorry. Why is that? Yeah. Why am I rolling a D4?
Yeah, I'm
I don't
confused.
know. You tell
Why?
me.
There you go. Plus
Oh,
2.
it's 2 instead.
Okay, so
So
with a
taking the
15,
D4.
I was adding my like cooking bonus, not
Got
my bardic.
Caesar, with a 15 perception check, you are quite close to the eastern edge of this city valley, and so the sounds of the jungle above you, because you're right up against the escarpment, quite loud. There's a humming of thousands of cicadas, occasional sort of like squawking sounds that you don't quite know anything about. And you start to feel reflective. How does Caesar feel in his soul about how this adventure is going so far?
To be honest, it's quite daunting that we've been inside this this Yuan-Ti temple a couple of times now and got out with our lives. So he's feeling quite thankful that we've had some sort of luck shine upon us. But he's also not looking forward to going back in there again to get the cubes or the books. But he has to do what he has to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna wake. I'm gonna wake up for the next watch and have a bit of time with you.
Okay. You can wake up just as it's sort of getting to the end of, I would say with like training, you could probably know when to wake up, and you go over and join Caesar.
Or he wakes me up. He's like, hey, I'm going to bed in 15 minutes. So I sit there like quite tired. I'm just like, dude, it seems like a long time ago, but like, you really freaked me out in there, man.
Well, why?
Dude, you're giving up. You stood there. You're like, hey, snake people, take me, eat me.
I value my life over stupidity, and we were heavily outnumbered.
Your life, dude! Dude, you value your life, then you fight for it!
Yeah, but also, like, it's really stupid to, like, fight 20 plus snake people and whatever the dinosaur was. Yeah, Triceratops.
Yeah, I mean, it's dumb to fight them and try to beat them, but to try and live? I saw. You gave into despair, man.
Yeah, it's just like two sides of different coins.
How are you gonna live if you get eaten by snakes, dude?
How are you gonna live if you like blindly attack against a force that is vastly outnumbering us? It's like,
but dude, look, we tried. We got away. We're all back together now. We wouldn't be out here. We'd be locked up in a cage. Dude, I saw what those shackles looked like in Scramble.
Yeah, I think
Caesar
can't be bothered to argue with Jax about this.
I guess you're really tired right now as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, one second.
I just don't agree with what you're saying.
This is just a suggestion, because obviously the DM doesn't really have influence over this sort of character decision. But in my head, for Caesar's like character, especially being a monk, I sort of imagined it, now that it's been a few days, as being like a little bit like patient defense in a way. You know, when a monk just sort of like gives up their fate to karma or whatever deity they worship, and just, you know, waits for a better opportunity. It's a little bit like that's how I imagined it, but obviously that might not be.
Yeah, look, what actually happened in there was that they left me alone. They took their grips off me. So as soon as an opportunity arose, which it did, I wasn't shackled or anything. So
it reminded me of like, or now that I'm thinking more about it, it's like when Qui-Gon Jinn just sort of kneels and waits for the laser beam to go down so he can attack Darth Maul.
Yeah, except we were having a conversation when it happened, and it wasn't like, I'm waiting for the right moment. It was, shit, this is scary, I give up.
Jax is like Ewan McGregor screaming at Liam Neeson to fight. He's just sitting there going, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait a bit. Sweet. So let's say that's the end of Caesar's watch, because that was a nice little bit of character development, and now it's Jax's watch. Do you want to make a perception check for me, please?
Oh, good. Oh, not too bad.
With a 15, you hear... It could just be the timing, but you could have sworn you heard the stomping, distant footsteps of that T-Rex that was pursuing you many days ago. It's sort of coming from the sort of southwest.
Oh man, is it splashing or is it still stomping?
It's very far away, and it's so far away you're not sure if it's just your fear playing tricks on you.
I like tap my helmet. I haven't even got the helmet on now, but I like put it on for a second, look around with it, and then take it off.
So I'm being. Didn't we kill
Yeah, I was
No,
about
that
no,
was the King
there's-
of Feathers,
there's
not the
two.
zombie T-Rex.
Oh, there's two.
Ah.
Oh, balls.
I haven't had a run-in with the zombie T-Rex, but the last guys did.
Oh, I see. Okay, right.
We saw it, as in, sorry, I think Scramble and I saw it as we flew away after the spider fight.
Yeah,
exactly.
The spider fight attracted it.
You've
and
been
we saw
always
it and
running away,
fled.
yeah. So that's what makes you think that because you've been running, you still got this weird sense in the back of your mind that it might still be chasing you.
I'm gonna like sing myself my my counter charm song. Just to calm
Just as
myself.
practice.
Yeah, no, just like you, because I'm worried that like fear is taking me over. I'm just singing it to myself like under my breath.
Cool. Your watch comes to a close. Who do you wake up next?
probably me, right?
Yeah.
It's probably been nearly 4 hours at this point, so I'm probably most, if not all, of my trance is done at this point.
Yeah, I'll say you've had a full rest, Scramble, so you feel chipper as hell. Make a
So I can
Probably a
the
bit
rest of the
sore,
night.
but yeah.
I'll take the rest of the night. Fleeb needs a good rest, so I'll happily
Okay.
take the rest of the
All right.
night.
give
I'm
us
like, I'll give you your, I'm just like, I'll tell you about.
Don't spend inspiration unless you really want to. I don't know if you've.
Oh no, I
locked in
get
on
it back. I get inspiration back really easily.
Oh sure.
But
Whatever
so
then.
what
Get it back
inspirational
on.
words do you give at the beginning of Scrammle's watch then?
I guess we'll just have a chat together about what happened. I'm like, dude, like, we don't get to talk for real much. But like,
What do you mean? We talk for real all the time.
yeah,
With
but
like a
we talk
unconvincing
about
grin.
we talk about butts. We don't. Okay, I'll do this not out loud. We'll do it through the helmet only and through message, and then we can be like have a real conversation. I was like, dude, that was insane.
That was scary as hell, man.
I'm really glad we pulled through that and stuck together. Like,
Yeah.
Caesar had me really worried. I thought he was ready to die.
Oh shit, I'd forgotten all about that. Oh dude,
And we've
that's
got
pretty
Fleeb,
fucked up.
and tomorrow we'll figure out how we're gonna get those kids out.
They're just the one kid.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
and the others.
in your mind, every single cage.
Yeah,
is
I saw
fucking
the face of the kid, and then I was like, oh shit, and I saw in your mind that there were like cages
Multiple
full.
cages.
I was
Yeah,
like,
oh,
they've
yeah.
kept it a school.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
tomorrow we're gonna figure out how we get those kids back. And I guess Fleeb really wants his book or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he's the nerd.
Maybe he is the nerd.
And then I pass out.
Nice.
I take the helmet off Jax, like, because he's forgot to take off and just put it next to him. Make sure he's
very
got a
sweet.
comfy rest on the pillow.
With a 21, you hear this sort of distant rid-up.
28.
You're not sure if
Bloody
it's like the rid-up of a regular frog or frog people, but it sounds relatively contented, and that's all you hear for the rest of your watch.
Okay. Well, they're just not attacking us. That's fine.
And morning comes, and you've all got your spell slots and your hit points, except for Fleeb, who has the exact same spells he's had memorized for the last, 24 hours, 48 hours?
Yeah, I effectively can only keep the spells I have.
Yeah. You can get your
Slots
spell
back
slots
then.
back, yeah.
Spell slots back, but I can't.
Cool.
Change the spells I
Yeah,
currently
yeah.
have.
Yeah. Okay. So you're still like,
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
useful
you don't get
still.
your choice, but you're still fully
Yeah.
equipped. You just
Yeah.
don't have the diversity.
I immediately cast.
And can you arcane
Yeah.
recovery without your spell book? Just out of curiosity. I don't know.
Let me have a look.
Oh, I can just delete it.
your magical energy by studying your spellbook. So the answer is no.
Oh, that's rough.
I can't use arcane recovery.
Yeah.
It's only one spell, but
I mean, it's a spell on a short rest, so it matters.
I think it's only once. But once per day, when you the spell slot can have a combined level that is equal to or less than half of your whiz level rounded up.
Oh no, so it's a level. It's 1 4th level spell slot.
or 2 second levels. Yeah. Okay.
Or a mix. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Are we awake?
Yeah, you're all awake now.
Yeah. Okay.
A sort of prod Caesar awake, sort of like I sort of wave my hand and sort of like, do you want a? Actually, did we work out whether mage armor was good for you or not?
It's not
It's
anymore.
good for you. No, not anymore. I won't do it then.
So I'm gonna try and like fish up some breakfast around the like sit on the edge of the table on the ceiling or something, or just have the fishing rod poking out, and season it with my trusty garlic salt.
So you're gonna try to do some fishing.
Yeah, just catch some food around
Make
here.
a survival check, and anyone else that wants to do anything at the same time as that, let me know.
Ooh.
Yeah, you get a grand total of 3 fish, each weighing about, I'd say, a pound.
Oh, chunky fish. So like, yeah, this is enough for a nice fried kippery breakfast and some leftovers.
You feel like you're in a late 60s British hotel. That's how many kippers there are.
Just
Yeah.
enough.
Cut them up for some strips and like keep some strips as well.
Nice. You salt them and begin the curing process.
Yeah, and maybe like if we come across some frogs, we can throw it at them.
As like the cartoon steak that you would throw at a guard dog.
Yeah, you throw them food and you run.
Nice. Okay, cool.
I mean, it happens in cartoons because it works.
Of course.
Like if I'm trying to guard somewhere and I see you and I'm like, hey, get away from here, you throw a burger to me and run away, that's both problems solved at once. I'm not hungry and no one's threatening where I'm guarding.
What?
We have this conversation. I'm having this conversation with Orvex, I think. as he watches me cut up and he makes coffee.
Sorry, you wake up Orvex and ask him to make you coffee.
Yeah, is he up with us? Well, I imagine like the conversation we just had, because Paul was just like, what? I was like, that's Fleeb waking up and hearing me and Orvex, hearing Jex and Orvex have that exact conversation.
Gertrude says, oh, absolutely. Let me just finish off this coffee. Does anyone have any pocket sugar? I'm out.
Let me check.
Fleeb checks his pockets and realizes that he actually owns nothing beyond the close season.
Hey, here, try some of this. And I have some honey. I don't have sugar. I don't have crystallized sugar.
Oh,
but I
you
got
do have honey, don't you?
Yeah.
That means, oh god, I don't have a dagger anymore. I don't have insect repellent.
Oh, I give you another insect repellent.
I can give you a short sword for now.
Oh, lovely. Short sword.
I wasn't entirely sure how I was going to play, so I picked up some extra short swords when I started the character, and I'm not how I'm playing it.
They've just been wangled around your person.
Yeah, I mean, useful to have extra weapons sometimes.
I realize that. Am I the only
Actually,
one
I have
carrying
two, but I don't
healing?
think 2 helps you much.
Does anyone else? Okay, so does anyone have healing potions? I have 2. I may be the only person carrying them.
I have
not.
nothing.
Orvex checks his
Written
pockets
on
and says,
me, no.
sorry, no, I didn't expect to have much fighting.
No, it's
Yeah.
cool. It's just maybe I shouldn't be the one carrying them since I have heals anyway.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Caesar's fast, right? So he's a good person to have one.
Yeah, I don't have anything else on me anyway, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't stuff it in your loincloth.
Caesar, if you carry one, and Scramble, if you carry another, because you might be able to sneak in if you haven't been involved in the fight and heal
Yeah.
someone who's out.
Cool, I'm down with that.
Yeah, they're
Healing potion, just one healing potion.
They're one each. They're 2d4 plus 2. I'll take them off my sheet.
Okay, 2d4 plus 2. Cool.
And then I'm okay, dudes. Everyone, come get some fish. Fish breakfast. And
excellent.
let's figure out what the hell we're doing.
Grandma, when you went in there again,
Mhm.
did you spot anything that looked as if it was an evidence locker or a place where they put Fleeb's book?
Not obviously.
I sort of tried to track my memory back. So like the way you took me out was not the way I came in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh?
There is a way. I don't know how the bits connect though. Like I assume I remember how I got to the original second entrance, but I have no way. I have no knowledge of how I connect between those 2 rooms.
Yeah, you remember how you got to the entrance, because suggestion doesn't wipe your
Yeah.
memory. So you remember the other
Yeah.
entrance,
There
and you
is a
remember the
second-
places you've been inside, but you don't know
There is
everything
a
else.
second entrance. It's definitely a lot smaller. It was a bit
Okay.
quieter, perhaps. They had a sort of like underground. Well, it wasn't like a dock yet, but something that they were wanting to build a dock.
Okay.
Do you remember if it was guarded?
Well, there were Yuan-Ti there. I don't know if they were armed. I don't know if they were guards per se, but there definitely were Yuan-Ti around. It wasn't empty.
Well, a smaller entrance would really be helpful because that big grand entrance is swarming with you. No good for us.
I remember some areas. I just don't quite. I can't. I don't have any knowledge of how I got to where I ended up because I got knocked out.
And here's the thing, guys. We got a few different things going on, right? Like, we saw them walk in with a bunch of cubes. I don't know how many cubes there are.
We know that we know how many holes there were in the.
Yeah, there were 9 holes, and there were like, I don't know, some temples. So if they got
how many?
loads of cubes.
I sort of looked at Orvex. How many reasonably major gods are there in this pantheon?
From all of the inscriptions that I've read, I'm pretty confident that they've taken on the worship of 9 trickster gods that replaced Uptoa, their original, who obviously forsook them.
Well, I'm no cleric, but that seems like 1 cube per pantheon god.
I'm no mathematician, but I concur.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're doing with all those numbers, but like, sure, 9.
It's the number 9 twice, dude.
I remember the child's pain and anguish calling out for his god, and I'm just sort of like, I'm gonna really need to have a talk with the priest at some point.
So did we actually want to walk in there again with our 2 cubes? Isn't that gonna things
what I
go
was
wrong?
thinking.
It's a bit too easy, right? Could
I mean,
we
hide the cubes
stash
somewhere.
them somewhere outside?
Yeah, maybe we stash them like in that secret room. Oh, they
Nah,
were
'cause
in
they'll
there.
be
They were
looking
in
in the
there, weren't
temples,
they?
right?
that is literally a place
Yeah.
where someone would look for something.
Yeah, but they know they've taken that one already, so maybe they wouldn't go back.
Why don't we bury them somewhere or
Fair
something?
point. So, cat actually, yeah, easy question. I do a kind of vague detect magic. Do they emanate a magic from them?
The cubes?
Yes.
What you detect is a sort of dormant arcane influence. It's not active at the moment. It doesn't seem like it can do anything at the moment, but there is
Okay,
a
so-
dormant
so-
like kernel in there.
Okay, so my question would be is that if we were to bury these objects and someone was to be going around going like effectively like a weird metal detector but for magic, would they be able to go, hang on, that's weird? And just
I mean,
find
they'd have
them?
to be very close because it's very faint. Like, it's the kind of thing
Okay,
that you might
cool.
dismiss as background,
Back-
being in an
background-
ancient city.
Yeah, background magical radiation. Okay, so yes, we could probably bury them in the ground.
We could even just
Right.
submerge them in the water, right? If they wrap them up and tie a rope to them.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could
cast them out, right?
hide them. Maybe we could wrap them up in this blanket, hide them
Could
in
we-
the building here.
They were quite big, weren't they? They were.
They'd
what were
sink.
they?
Probably they're made of stone, right?
I think it's half a foot on each side, like 5-6 inches.
Like a palm width.
Did
Yeah,
we
they
learn
are.
what the obelisk does if it gets? Because there was some weird obelisk with all the slots in. Did we learn anything from that obelisk about like what it could potentially these things could do?
Yeah, it lifts a curse, doesn't it? Or-
Let me have a look.
I'm wondering how bad it would be for them to get hold. If it's like, if we're gonna die anyway, is this bad enough that we don't want them having it anyway, or actually does it not matter that much? They get it. over us?
From my memory, I'm here looking for the soul catcher or whatever it is, an ancient artifact, right?
Yes, exactly. You
So I'm sort
learned
of
of
like
its
going like.
existence, yeah.
So
Is
I'm
that
sort
the
of like.
thing that the last gang was looking for? Is that the same object they had?
Flea believes that the Red Wizards are also looking for the same object he is, and he's looking to
Yeah.
get it so that they don't do terrible things with it.
And was that the
Right,
same
okay.
thing that the group, the party before us?
Mm-hmm.
Was that what they were after? Because we kind of got Scramble and I kind of got suckered into their plan.
Yeah,
that
they
would've been
were
what
they
carried
they
on.
were less specific, but they had the goal of trying to fix the curse in the region that is preventing people from being brought back
Yeah.
from the dead and causing people that have been raised from the dead to slowly decay.
Yeah, and that was what we wanted to fix because that sounds like a good thing to fix and become like famous for.
Yeah, it's got a lot of fame associated with it.
Do I link then that perhaps the woman wizard we've seen might have already previously died?
Oh.
You could make an Arcana check. Okay, with a 19, everything you know, which is not much, admittedly, about this death curse seems to imply that it would happen like a disease, quite uniformly and consistently. Like, but to you, this whole like really young on one side, really old on one side sounds too complicated to be this death curse, because the death curse doesn't make you young and old; it just makes you dead.
Just makes you dead. Okay. I suspect the cubes, like at a rough guess, would lead to, like, if the red wizards are looking for it, and they want the cubes, then I would suggest the cubes lead to the soulmonger of some kind.
Right. Which could lift the curse, but could also do something terrible.
So, what I'm thinking...
I don't believe the cubes will lift the curse.
Oh.
I believe the
Could
cubes will be.
the thing you're talking about help that?
What do I know about the soulmonger? It's the thing I'm looking for, and I suppose as a magic object, I'm trying to turn it off, or is it like, I don't know, like it's that thing. I actually probably don't know what it is.
You don't know what it is. You've just heard through the sort of wizarding grapevine that it exists and is causing all kinds of trouble, and it's stirred up all sorts of demand in the local wizarding communities, like the Red Wizards and like you and your companion. And you're going there to try to, prevent it from causing harm. You're not sure how you're going to do that or what it exactly looks like, but that's what you're attempting to do.
So, if they get access to these cubes, then they will have access to whatever. Was there any inscriptions in the cube bank?
When you went over to the obelisk, you didn't necessarily make much connections with it, other than there are 9 holes that are the exact same shape as the cubes. But you don't know what will happen with the obelisk once you insert them. It just seems to be a place where you could put them. Like, you're not sure what the obelisk is going on.
There weren't any inscriptions on it that Orvex translated for us or anything?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay,
cool. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So what do we reckon the Yonti are going to do with these cubes?
Well, the Yonti are the Yonti locals?
No,
Probably.
no, they moved here. They settled. That's what Orvex says, man. Listen to the dude sometimes.
Oh shit! Yeah, I should do
Orvex
that.
tells us loads of stories about this. Orvex, hit it.
Orvex says, yes, I mean, they've actually come here relatively recently, a few hundred years ago. Before them, it was the Omuans. Those are the ones that have created the inscriptions, like that giant circular tablet where we found that the honeycomb. That is from the ancient civilization that was here before the Yonti. The Yonti are relatively recent squatters.
Instrumental ding 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 ding, and take it away. And I hand it back to Orvex if he's got more. He just stands.
He stands there strumming it awkwardly.
So I suppose then that the Yonti don't care about this, but they care that a lot of people are coming into their home to find it.
You don't know much about the Yonti's motivations. Like,
I mean,
you don't really know what they're doing.
Yeah, actually,
the way I'm looking at it, right? If this thing gets you access to this, whatever this soulmonger thing is, we don't want anyone having access to it. Even if the Yonti have got good intention, they've got some of the cubes, therefore no one can get access to it, and that's fine.
Okay, but just like good intentions, how many good intentioned people do you know keep prisoners to eat?
My point is, well, maybe that's just their food source. I'm not judging. Anyway, my point is, if we bury the cubes, then nothing worse can happen.
Yeah, I mean that's cool. Let's leave the cubes here. Let's hide
Yeah,
them.
like if the Yuan-Ti keep their 6 or 4, however many they've got, cubes, that's fine, because then the Red Wizards don't have access to it. If they want to get all of them, then them all being in one place is dangerous one way or another. Maybe it won't be if they have, like, if you see what I'm going for? If they have all the cubes, maybe it won't be a problem, but if it is, then it's better they don't have them, and if it isn't, it's still better they don't have all of them.
Hiding them doesn't change our circumstance.
No, I'm just making an argument to hide the cubes.
Yeah.
Rather than take them with us.
Yeah, agreed. I think we're all on the
Okay.
same page about that.
Cool.
But
yeah,
but what are we doing? Like, we need to rescue some kids. We need to get Fleeb's book back. And maybe we need
second
to get
time.
Maybe what, sorry?
like how we do, and maybe get some cubes. Like, how are we doing this? What are we?
I
Well,
think
if
the
there's a
southern
back
entrance
entrance.
is going to be the
Yeah,
best.
Fleeb,
but
at
like-
this point, sorry to interrupt you guys. At this point, you remember roughly the location of the entrance that you were taken to, and I'll draw it for you. It was just like there.
I did not see where that
Sorry.
pinged on the map.
Oh, it's yeah.
Let me see if I
Oh.
can use a brighter
Okay,
color.
there.
Okay.
It was this building that we went into, right? This
Yeah.
red-topped one.
That is correct. But you went
Wow.
underground. Like it's like a ramp leading downwards.
Yeah. It's just the angle of the map made me. I mean, makes sense that there's water there.
Yeah, I just assumed that the portcullis led into like this building and under this building, and so like the entrance would be somewhere back on the here. So like the fact that it goes back this way was not how I was thinking about it. That was all.
Oh, that's
Of
fine.
course.
Yeah.
D&D
They're
dungeons,
as well.
kind of like TARDISes. Don't
Where were
expect the maps
the
to
where
make
were the
sense.
froggy boys?
They
They
were
were over here.
Should we walk right
Okay.
past the entrance that Fleep went down?
Oh, that explains how he got there about the same time as us, despite us being on the back of a giant ape.
Precisely.
Well, we didn't even know that he got there at the same time. We just know he got captured.
No, that explains it out of character.
Yeah.
I sort of like plumb my mind for my available spells. Like, I don't have anything that helps us getting in there stealthy. Beyond if anyone likes climbing on the walls.
Was it guarded?
Um,
Do you remember?
It didn't have guards per se.
Okay.
Okay, this is I'm literally saying I didn't walk past guards, but there were the people by that dock area. Did I?
Yeah,
pass
but that
guards
was
on my way
inside
in?
the cave itself, right? Getting into the entrance.
I
You don't remember any
I
guards on
didn't.
the
I didn't have.
outside.
I didn't have the walk. I just appeared inside the. So, yeah.
Yeah, there weren't any, and even once you got inside, Fleeb, there were more like Yuan-Ti
Workers.
around. They didn't seem
Yeah.
to be bothering to guard that entrance, presumably because it's not very visible.
Yeah, I
Solid.
think it is a back entrance / working entrance. Like, I think we can enter there relatively undetected.
Yeah.
We will meet resistance on the way, almost certainly.
Oh, absolutely. We take our
but
time. We take
Well,
our time.
couldn't we just play the same game again, where instead of being, oh no, that's character knowledge of what happened to Fleeb. I assume Fleeb would have recounted some tales. But
I
essentially,
would've-
that we can all pretend to be prisoners of a Yuan-Ti, and we're going through the back entrance to be shackled up again, but we're not.
How many people have access to disguise self?
Just one, right? That's all it takes.
No, because I don't know how suggestion
but-
works. How whether you can have suggestion over multiple people.
I mean,
No. I mean, like, one person is disguised as a Yuan-Ti,
Yes.
yeah.
a guard trailing prisoners to be.
Look, if Scramble goes back
Not
in,
that.
that's good. If Scramble goes back in as his cool boy Yanti,
Like, we can be fake bound up.
well, we don't even have to be fully bound. We can be like, we can have given up. If he can say that he's dominated us, and we're following along.
It's just more believable, but yeah.
You think that's better than just going in
Well, they
all
didn't take
guns
our.
Well, I mean,
so to
it's
speak?
less resistance,
Quietly,
right?
obviously.
We don't want to not have like our weapons. And remember, when they got us in before, they didn't take our stuff from us until they like
Yeah,
you know they're focused on just getting us inside.
I think it's a good idea that you do the Yaunty disguise again, but they've just lost. I don't think I'm a high value target, but they're going to notice the fact that they've lost it. And actually, we have no idea what the kid did.
No.
We let the kid out of the cage.
Yeah, I did that to shut him up.
I know, I get that. I'm not rejecting that. We don't know what he's done. The
Wait,
point
you
being,
just let a kid run away?
the point being is that although I think the disguise is a good idea, in hindsight, I think that they might be looking out for me, A.
A dwarf, a halfling, an elf, and a human.
Yeah.
We've already been seen by them all, I understand.
We have already been seen, and the trick of having someone go in and just somehow the wizard disappears. Actually, a wizard disappearing is not exactly uncommon, so maybe they just went, oh, fuck it, that's a wizard. But I don't know.
If that's a back way, if we know what a fancy one of them looks like one of those... No, you went into the room, like the ritual room.
Oh,
and
yes, I
there
did.
was one that seemed to be higher ranking, right?
No, they weren't.
I
don't think they were necessarily higher ranking. They just deemed that humans were so insignificant that only one of them would need to deal with me.
Okay.
I don't necessarily know if they were.
But
there was a chamber where there were like several of them doing some ritual thing, and
there
one of
was
them in
something-
charge of the
yeah.
ritual thing.
And I don't think the one in charge went after me. Sam, you'd have to remind me.
Yeah, I mean, this is just where you were taken through.
Yeah, well,
think it was
the one that was one of the more important looking ones chased after you. You don't know their
Okay, right,
hierarchy,
okay.
but she definitely seemed more important than most of them in the room.
Okay, so
cool.
Scramble. Here, I hand the helmet over to Scramble. So that he can get the image. He can see what it looked like from Fleeb. Because if you disguise yourself as that, you can go in a little bit ahead of us, and you can tell him to clear the room. If there's just grunts in there, yeah. If you can just say, I need this chamber, leave. Then if they walk away, we go through clear, and if they don't, maybe we got to fight. Maybe we don't.
Didn't you say the first thing you came across was a dock, or going to be a dock?
It was. I recount the sort of discussion I had with them. They're wanting to build a pier, but they hadn't built the pier yet. Discussion.
So that was the bit where our spirits had to speak to him. Remember, Eddie? Because she said we're gonna put a pier in, and Jex's spirit said, so you're peerless, and your spirit said, I'm gonna put a pier in you.
I do remember that. No, but my point is, like, that's a weird chamber to need empty, if there's not really anything significant.
Yeah, but like, you see the way these things, you just tell them, it's not so much you need them empty, you say, like, hey, I'm doing something, leave me alone. I want to be alone, leave.
Command of presence does help. So like, to cut this general sort of discussion short, I think that yes, one of us disguised as a Yaunty, which the best person for that at the moment is Scramble, because he's the person
only one who
can. However, we do need to be prepared for the fact that I kind of don't want to leave any room filled with Yaunty as we go through. I think we need to clear them room by room.
If we have to jump them, we do it.
Okay, cool. I am generally in agreement of that, with the idea that I can get my book back, and then second to that, I might free the people that are in the well.
We don't even know what your book is.
Yes.
The only...
I have no... I should have chosen Find Object. I could have taken a spell, Find Object.
When though? After you had lost your book?
Yeah, which of course I then couldn't learn, could I? But I seem to be losing my book on a regular basis. So
one of those little chains
worth
that
picking up.
Pick up that spell, or like I choose to graffiti my spells onto myself.
You just keep it back. You tattoo like 2 spells. You tattoo sending and find a locate.
Sending and locate objects on my arm. So I always have sending and locate object. I like that idea. There we go.
It's a really funny idea for a wizard that just tattoos like critical
because he
spells.
always loses shit.
That's really funny. Hey, I can do a stick and poke if you want.
Okay, right.
So
How do you spell sending? It starts with a C, right?
Sorry,
I
what
mean-
was that, Sam?
I said, what's the plan?
I
We're
think
heading-
The last option I will give people is I could make 2 of us invisible for an hour.
No, that's
a good alternative plan.
No, I can't do that because it's concentration. I can make one of us invisible. I take it back.
I also sort of say sort of like
so is your
like,
max spell slot the invisibility level.
where he can only concentrate on one thing at
Yeah,
a
yeah,
time.
I,
as well.
yeah, I have.
Cast invisibility. If he has a higher level spell slots, he can upcast invisibility.
Oh no, yeah, no. My max.
Can you-
I'm level 2 spell slots max on that visibility.
I have greater invisibility, but I realize that only lasts a minute.
Oh
Can you make more people look like Yonti?
no,
than
because
just
disguise self is very specifically called disguise
Oh.
self.
yourself? Yeah, not disguise literally anyone else. Because if we had more
Disguise-
people disguised as snake people,
Squad
that'd be more
disguise.
convenient.
Guys,
There
no,
might be a great disguise other
Greater
spell
disguise.
somewhere. I don't
Okay,
know.
let's go kill a whole bunch of Yonti and steal their skins and just wear them. and
do
walk in.
Yonti, when Yontis are humanoid, is there any characteristics that are like? Is there anything that sort of gives them away?
They have
Vicious
the
tail.
2 slits instead of nostrils and eyes that are a bit yellowish.
So like we might be able to. I could minor illusion that on like Fleeb. Probably not on me. 'Cause I don't look like one of them.
Well, I tend to agree with you beyond the fact that they probably they kind of know me.
Well, they won't know you.
No.
I look very forlornly at my hat. In sort of,
Put it in a bag. I say.
and I put the hat in the bag.
Well, like minor illusion, because I can't do like a full disguise self, but I might be
Yeah.
able to just like.
It's
Do they
an
have like
edge.
some? Do they have uniform or anything, or class like?
You didn't
usual
notice
weapons?
uniforms. You noticed the ones that looked the most humanoid just wore these sort of like thin robes.
Yeah.
General
I could-
clothes.
I could make one person invisible, but it does
Yeah,
reduce
can I
my
make
spell power.
If we're gonna do eye slits on Fleeb, can I try and make him a costume that looks kind of like robes?
I think I am like both in game and out of game serious that I don't think this disguise thing is going to last us very long.
So something that's actually with Eddie just saying about having someone go invisible is that they could scout the right route. For us to
Yes.
be walking, the person who is invisible like pops
Or-
their head round the door and goes, right, let's not go in this one.
Orvex. That's Orvex then.
Oh, I'm going to go first and look around the door.
Yeah, dude, you're sneaky. You can't make yourself look like a Yanti.
So
And if you're invisible, you're the least likely to get blown up.
Oh, I'm going to be invisible.
With all due respect,
Orvex, have you been listening?
Oh, I didn't realize. That sounds amazing. Oh, okay. Yes, I can do that
as-
job then.
as like a side effect to this, there's a side of point as well that like if someone is invisible, they also need to open doors. Like we can't like you can be invisible, you still need to open the door.
hey, Jex, let me just quick sidebar here. With all due respect, is Orvex really the right person for this task?
Where he is also the one that if we ever did get into trouble, you wouldn't lose the invisibility because he'd stay invisible. Like if it
Dude,
was
he's
me,
like
I
level-
want to use my spells.
Yeah. He's like level 4. He puts out the least now.
Okay, hell, he has put out damage. To be fair, he has actually at random moments dealt out quite good damage. But
yeah. But like,
He's
that-
shot a fair few people with his crossbow.
oh no,
quite
that's
well.
what I'm saying. So like
I think he is the sneakiest. He's the sneakiest one of us who isn't going to be disguised and out in the open.
Okay, recap.
Okay.
Orvex is invisible, scouting the way and guiding the prison party to the right doors.
Yep.
That's a good enough plan,
Camel
right?
looks like a big.
that is
disguised.
yeah, that is a good enough premise for us to enter. Otherwise, my fingers are like have lightning bolts at the ready.
So shall we try this plan?
Okay. So what? I'm gonna lead you all. I'm disguised as an important Yonti. Am I clearing the room, or am I just leading you as a prison party through?
Try clearing the room, then enter ahead of them.
But then I have to.
Isn't that suspicious though? Like, why
Yeah,
would
it-
someone
either I
be-
have to go with the enter the room, leave. I want to be alone, or I need this room. Whatever argument I make. If they don't go away, me walking back and bringing some prisoners through looks fucking weird. So
Yeah,
I think we got to go with one or the other. I don't
We're
think
just
we can do
walking
both.
through the complex towards the cells, but we don't
don't
know
know
how
where
they
the
link together.
Yeah, I know where they are from the other side, but not from
Yeah.
this back entrance.
Well, so here's the other question: if you clear, if we get up close to them, do we then try and jump them?
We don't want to start a fight in the middle of their base, no matter what.
Agreed.
And if anything goes real bad, I shove you all in the bag, turn invisible, and leg it.
Wait, you can go invisible.
I don't know
For a
if I
minute.
want to be in a bag. That sounds dangerous.
Well, I hope you don't have to.
Wait,
Okay,
you can go
alright.
invisible, Jax.
Yeah, but you know, it's tougher magic. It doesn't last very long.
Right. Okay.
I can do like a gnome invisibility, you know, like just fade away, blow some things up, and leg it.
I know though. I know what you mean.
A gnome invisibility?
Gnomes have fade away, which is like I think, you know, a very short-lived invisibility.
Oh, okay.
I don't
like
know if I know what
furbolgs
you
as
mean,
well.
but like, having grown up in a gnome city, it makes sense for Scramble to at least pretend he knows what you mean.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Scramble is going to be disguised, and he's going to be going just behind Orvex, who's going to be leading and telling you guys when to go ahead, or is Scramble actually leading in his disguise?
So Orvex is scouting invisible to like let us know what the like. Peek round the corner, check out the room before we enter it, let us know what. Then I'm gonna enter. Well, if it's empty, great, we just walk in. If it's
Yeah.
not empty, I'm leading a prison possession and being like, everybody fuck off, or am I
Unless you
What
have
would
to talk to people, I would advise
Just
against
walk
it
through with-
because
just walk through with the prison possession?
yeah,
And
Okay.
we're making him look like a relatively fancy one, but not like full fancy.
Okay, cool. That sounds like a plan. Do you guys head over to the entrance
Okay.
place?
And like we would like fake
Yeah.
tie some rope around your hands
I mean,
or
we
something.
know we know the grungs are like, yeah, we can get to like there pretty safely.
but from there it should be prison possession.
I can't believe they had enough of like an inventory management system that they didn't just let the snake grab all the stuff and walk out with it.
Cool. So you guys are.
They stopped the snake and was like, something's weird going on here.
Okay, I give
Cool.
the Orvex the heads up that as soon as he like
Oh, wait, should we-
attacks or
One note
spells,
about that.
he's not.
Cool. He
That's
says,
actually-
Or
okay,
if
I've got it.
or also if I get attacked, he might.
That's actually some information. Like, the fact was, we sent a guy to go and enter their room where they take people's stuff and just bring it back. And if anyone stopped him, say the boss told him to. So clearly there was a place where one of them couldn't just walk in.
Okay, yeah.
I believe your exact words were the boss said to go get the stuff and bring it out there to you and then just go back to what he was doing, right?
Yeah, and go hold your post.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, until sunrise. Yeah, you made sure to like give him several hours to do something. But yeah.
Cool. So do you guys go to the dock entrance?
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
Alright, you guys head over there. Everybody make a... I'll say stealth check with advantage because I'd say you're already in your sort of like prison/Yonti outfits.
This stuff only lasts an hour, so I have to be a bit like careful.
Sorry,
when I
it
do
should have been my first roll there.
That's fine.
Because you have disadvantage, so it cancels out.
Yeah.
Cool. 22.
I
20.
realize that's what happens with prone as well. If you're doing a ranged attack next to someone with prone, you get advantage and disadvantage.
Okay. Even though Flea rolls quite poorly, the group check
advantage?
succeeds
Ooh,
well
okay.
enough that everything goes smoothly, and you manage to make it into this hidden entrance to the Yonti lair. What you see is what you remember, Fleeb, is there's this big palm like fern, so halfway between a palm and a fern. You don't really recognize it, and you push it out of the way, and it leads. It reveals this little cave tunnel that eventually leads you into an area that I will show you momentarily.
So can you can cast non-concentration spells while concentrating on a spell?
Totally. Okay. So
Unless it's invisibility.
cool. All right. This is what you see.
But the invisibility says that.
Invisibility on yourself.
Yeah. That's what I was. Yeah.
So it's
My next
you're at the
question.
bottom of this screen. And
Yeah.
what you see on the rest of that map, Fleeb and others, represents Fleeb's residual memory of the areas that he went through.
Which, to be fair, the areas I went.
Delete my old icon and bring in my new
Fair
one.
enough.
Cool.
So, around this corner is the sort of dock area. The water is on the right-hand side, and the path continues round to the left. There's like a door straight ahead, and I think a door to the left.
Okay, so
Alright,
what happens is
Orvex.
Orvex is invisible. He goes up to the corner of this area, has a look, and then walks back to you guys shortly afterwards and says, it looks empty to me. I don't see any snake people.
Okay.
Keep going.
You tell Orvex to keep going?
Yeah, so should we have our order? Should it be like Scramble, me,
first.
Fleeb, Caesar?
Yeah.
That works.
Sounds good. All right, Orvex comes back to you.
I've got my rapier in the bag, so I don't clearly have it on my belt. And that way, none of us have weapons.
Nice. Orvex comes back and says, yeah, I just see a door, some boats, and then the tunnel leading further off to the left, but I don't see any snake people. This is good, right? The air in front of you says.
Yes,
Alright.
no.
It's quiet.
Um,
Perfectly quiet.
Door then?
So the place I went was the door over there, and that led to a crossroads. There's like an altar thing straight ahead. Don't turn right.
Okay, right is bad.
Yes,
But we also need to find your spellbook room.
I think I've got an idea where that might be.
Where's that?
In here where there's a load of shit.
I've seen into your mind, so like if you wanted to show me this image, it would.
I can't. There we go. I think I'm umming and ahhing if it's in here with all of the crap that's in here.
It's a good
Which-
thing to check first.
Is
Let's
me
get-
guessing.
We can get Orvex to check it out.
Okay, so which way do you tell him to go?
So we want him to poke his
door.
head around the corner.
Oh, okay.
here.
Put the head around there. Okay,
Okay.
fine. Yeah, that makes sense.
He-
Just for intel.
He goes and looks around there. I'm going to roll a stealth check for him.
Sure.
He's invis. Does he get advantage?
Oh, 100%.
Cool.
Yeah, with the 13, it's not great. You can hear his footsteps relatively clearly, but you don't hear any hisses of alarm at this point. And he has a little looky-loo. He sees no snakes. He comes back to you and tells you as much.
Okay, sweet.
Okay. All right.
We gotta level this boy up.
Shall we go through the door ahead of us then?
Well, it's the way I know. Like from this map, we can generally tell that they're gonna.
Yeah.
possibly
If you've got an
connect up,
idea of
but
where
I
we
think-
want to go.
But I think just from mental space, I'd say that we probably want to go through the door that I know, not the door. That
Well,
we
you
don't
knew there
know
was.
yet.
You at least knew there was a crossroads of corridors. So if
Yes.
there's, yeah.
As in, I'm saying that like on this map, we can roughly tell that those things probably make up. But I prefer like roleplay wise for us to go through the door I went through previously.
Okay, cool. So you guys go straight, or you ask
Yes.
Orvex to go straight?
I'm gonna go and form. I think we should form up here. I think we
Okay.
should move up.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep
Yeah,
an
yeah.
ear out for.
But yeah, can you move? Oh yeah, there we go.
Orvex peeks through the door and then opens it a little wider and looks a little closer. And then he closes it and comes back to you and says, okay, that was scary. But then I remembered I was invisible and it was okay. All right, there are these 5 people, or they were once people. They've got no hair. They look...
Skeletons.
They don't look good. No, they've got skin and flesh, but they're chained up to these little like stone stalls, and they're just swaying from side to side. They don't look good at all.
Oh, Fleeb has a flashback to the room with like the room that's here.
Mm-hmm.
I go, they might be thralls of some kind. Have fun, Ed.
Balls.
They were doing some sort of magic on people in a room. Like, I kind of gesture somewhere over towards the rock on the right-hand side, because I can clearly understand a crossroads in a room and anything else.
Yeah, I think
They-
Scramble probably saw, because you showed him your memory of that room so he could disguise.
Well, I could have taken the memory from anywhere along this route when I was fighting the woman as well.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, that's an interesting point. I did disintegrate them. I don't know how aware they are.
I mean,
They
they
might-
seem to be. They didn't even notice the door opening. They're just swaying from side to side. They're also chained up, which I was very happy about.
Well, they could be sort of. Okay, can I have a history check?
What are you trying to determine?
Can I have a history?
Are Yonti grown? Or
You can make a history check. Go for it. Okay, with a 17, you recall that they're not grown. They're actually transformed. They're made during some sort of incredibly bloody and unpleasant ritual.
I have that sort of realization. It's like they might be people that are becoming Yonti.
And you see Orvex, or hear Orvex go,
Like it's I sort of like roughly sort of explain like Yonti are not birthed or grown, they are converted from other species. That's the reason why you have such a variety of them.
Well, if they're tied up, what can they do again? What can they do again?
Scream.
Eh.
As just a sort of an outside suggestion, it's like I have no objection to going in there. They can't hurt us, but they also
Might be loud.
but it's the way I know. Should we?
you see Orvex
We're not
say,
going to get anywhere in here if we don't go into rooms that have
stuff in them. Okay.
stuff in
you
them.
see
so-
Orvex
fair.
says, or you hear Orvex says, how about I go in, I'll jump up and down, make a bit of a noise, and I'll see what they do. Okay?
I sort of like give the look of like surprise at the amount of bravery in this person. I go, alrighty then.
I'm invisible. It'll be great. And
Cool.
you see he's suddenly empowered by this ability he hasn't had before.
Small little flames appear on the end of Fleeb's fingers in preparation.
All right, dude. You know where we are.
He comes back about 1 minute later and said, they didn't seem to hear anything. I did a lot of stamping and jumping, and then I danced, but then I realized they can't see me, so I just stamped some more.
Okay.
Let's go through there then. But I'm
You didn't happen. No, you didn't attract attention of any regular Yonti while stamping.
You ask Orvex?
Yeah.
No one came in. I didn't see anything. There's a long corridor and then maybe some side corridors. I couldn't see much
Okay.
else.
Okay.
like he's in
Where
a
does
room
he need
with
to go next? Give him his next instruction.
there's a crossroads up ahead. Look down with the rest. Look down all of the alleyways, but otherwise we're going to want to head left.
Okay, all right. So he opens
Okay.
the door.
So we'll sort of follow him in.
Cool.
Right, I think.
I sort of whisper to Caesar, sort of, when we head to the crossroads, I want you to keep an eye on the door on the right, even when we head somewhere else. Because
Just
I don't
while
want
we're-
to tell Orvex this, but I think that's where their sleeping quarters are.
While
I
we're
nod.
Wherefore, like, Caesar, you're the one I trust the most here, so sort of like...
while we're going through here, these guys are freaky. Can I try and read their thoughts?
Sure. The thoughts you
Oh,
read,
bugger.
the thoughts you read are pain, darkness, night, the guardian in the night, pain, and it's just sort of like a rhythmic chanting to themselves.
I sort of and ah and just be like, should we put them out of their misery? I just don't know how much noise that would make.
Not yet. Maybe on the way back.
Okay, I just sort of like withdraw the short sword you gave me. It's like, when was the last time you sharpened this?
When did we meet?
Cool.
Okay, do you guys continue through the room? The zombie things don't seem to make much of a movement towards you.
Cool.
Okay.
I'd be like,
I'm
here,
gonna
here.
1 second. 1 moment.
You want this instead? I give him like a chef's knife.
Who do you give a chef's knife?
If Fleeb's complaining about the dagger, the short sword, I can just give him like a kitchen knife.
Gotcha. I'll describe it. Yeah, they just sort of like just sway, still shackled to these little concrete stalls and don't make much of a notice of you at all.
And they don't seem to they don't really, their thoughts are fully occupied. It's very, very rude.
Good for us.
As you get closer to as you enter this corridor, is Fleeb second from the end?
Yes.
Okay. As you enter this series of corridors,
Yeah, that's the running order you got.
you hear coming from the north the sort of echoing sound of lots and lots of slurping, slithering sounds, like a cacophony of it reaching you from a somewhat distance away, and it sounds
Oh no,
unnerving.
It's eating day. They eating all the prisoners.
What?
Oh no, are they eating the prisoners? I thought we had an extra day.
I assume you're trolling, Bear?
No, as
heard
you don't know what it means, but as you enter this series of corridors, you hear from the north a cacophony of slithering and slurping and writhing noises just coming to you from a sort of medium distance away.
Fleeb.
Okay.
Orvex whispers around the corner and says, "All right, I'm going left. That noise is kind of scary."
Okay,
Don't
I
worry
think
about
I
it.
think we need to quickly follow him and take the next left.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just go.
Orvex says, "Do I go left again?"
Yes.
Yes. You go down, and he ends up in this room filled with boxes, and he comes back and says, "There's lots of boxes down there."
Let's go. Let's go. Yep.
Okay.
We can't
Right.
get into this room.
And try to duck behind walls and everything.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see what is in these boxes.
Okay.
I sort of
make,
take- I-
investigation check.
Do we all get to do that if we're all doing
Yeah,
that?
I'll aid. So
Oh,
if you
sorry.
roll advantage,
Yeah. Well, I've got 21, which isn't bad, but I'll roll it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the 21.
I'll keep look over here.
Okay. With the 21, Fleeb, you find your book in the second crate that you open.
Huzzah.
And you also find a bunch of bolts of cloth, bronze bars, salt, spices, rope, oil, lanterns, paper, blankets, and a couple of like mess kits, it looks like.
Oh
I
man,
s-
what
I
is
s-
a mess kit? Just out of...
It's just like a series of dried rations.
Oh yeah, let's take some of those. Shove some of those in the bag.
You also
Nice.
you also find some incense, and that's about it.
I suspect this is the goods that the others brought in. If there were any weapons, maybe they didn't know what to do with the book.
Do we find the insect repellent incense again?
find my insect repellent that shoved with all my other shit.
At this moment, an enormous snake uncoils itself from the shadows in the corner and speaks to Scramble, dressed as the Yuan-Ti, and says, "And who might you be?" And that is where we're going to end the session.
I just sort of laugh at the idea of Fleep turns around and just goes, "Oh fuck," and banished.
Look at this fabric. I'm like shoving bolts of cloth in the bag.
This fabric is so beautiful.
I'm like, I can make clothes with this. And then this giant snake goes up.
And it is huge. Like, it is the biggest
Oh,
snake
God.
you've ever seen.
Oh my god.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
talk. So we can probably cast suggestion on it.
Nice work,
Yeah.
guys. That was hilarious. I've never
What is
witnessed
the don't
such
piss
a...
your pants check?
That'd be Constitution, I would say.
Indeed. Oh my word.
Oh, that was
I have a
great.
little whittle.
Oh,
no.
yeah. There's a large puddle.
It's not a little whittle.
Nice work, guys.
It's alright, disguise self will cover up, probably.
Probably.
Oh dear.
Yeah. There's a puddle on the floor, but your trousers look dry.
Oh
yeah,
god.
yeah.
One big snake. Okay.
One big snake. What?
Oh
Nice.
dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
That was great.
You know what? You know
enjoyed that.
what? You know what I'm finding hilarious is the fact is that if I had been the other guy, this big fuck off snake would have just been hello.
If you had been the other guy, what does that mean?
If he had like
if I'd beaten the other
in this
one.
room. Yeah.
Yeah. You realize it would have been tense.
I just want to turn around and be like, oh fuck.
They call me as you run away.
yeah, like who might you be? Scrabble's just like your mum.
And I'm like ready to answer that question. I just wasn't ready to not piss myself.
Oh, dear.
Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. If you have any suggestions or any ideas that we should incorporate, things you want to hear more of, things you would like to hear less of, just let us know at thewronghandspodcast@gmail.com. So THEWRONGHANDSPODCAST@gmail.com.